Hello and welcome to Pallegney, an idyllic village in the French countryside. You see the French flag waving proudly in the wind up there. And I've just moved to Pallegney. I lived in the city for many years and decided that I needed a fresh start. So I sold my swanky inner city residence for €1.5 million and moved here to try my hand at working the fields. I thought I would take you along for the ride. Anyways, enough storytelling. Let's get down to what you really came here for. I'm going to be building a farm in Pallegney, and you can see I've already spent €135,000. We'll come to that in just 1 second. First, I just want to show you one of the pre-built farms that come with the Pallegney map. Here it is. You can see I can't actually go in this way because I don't own it. You can see there's chickens running around in the courtyard. There's an animal pen over there. And there's also this cheese shop, which is one of our sell points. You just cross the road. It's got a beautiful frontage. And this is where you start out in easy mode with this plot of land and a number of the surrounding fields. But we're not going to be starting here today, and that's where the money I've already spent comes into it. We've already purchased a field and we're going to be starting a farm from scratch. It's this field here, number 14, and it's full of wheat that is ready to harvest, which is perfect for the start of this playthrough, as I'm planning on building a flour mill and bakery to start producing bread. I'm also going to build a chicken coop, get some chickens, and they can be fed wheat and produce some eggs. So, first things first, let's buy a harvester and a header. Go over to the store and let's take a look at our harvesters. And what options do we have available here? So, I'm not going to go with the Rostel Smash. It's a little too small for our needs. We've got the New Holland, probably the cheapest I would consider. The John Deere. The Case 3 or the Class. Those are really our starting options here, I think. Everything else looks to be probably a little expensive for what we're looking for right now. I think I'm going to go with the John Deere or the New Holland. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with the John Deere. It's slightly faster, has a slightly bigger tank, and can take more fuel. So let's jump in here, and we will purchase the John Deere. You might notice there's an extra option there on the purchase screen. That's the harvester sound. It's a mod I've downloaded to apparently make the harvesters sound more realistic. I have no idea what they sound like in real life, so I'll let you decide whether it actually does sound more like a John Deere harvester or not. But it seemed like a good realism mod to download. So let's purchase this John Deere harvester. The next thing we will need to go with it is a header. I've sped up the selection process for the header and the trailer, as there wasn't really much to choose from, and it was just really a lot of me rambling nonsense and doing some basic customizations. Here we are at the vehicle store with our new tools. Okay, let's pick up the header, dump it on the trailer, and get over to our field. Got some harvesting to do. Attach the header trailer to the harvester, then we can head over to our farm. I do have a number of mods installed for this playthrough. I will introduce you to them as I come across them. I'll talk a little bit about them. Come on, Mr. Car, move out the way. The first one I'll talk about while we're on our way over to the farm is precision farming. So I haven't played Farming Simulator with precision farming before. It's my first playthrough. I've had a little play around with it to kind of familiarize myself with the mechanics and how it works, but I am still very much learning how it works properly. So as I'm playing through, please feel free to leave your comments about how I can use it better in the comment section below, and I'd be happy to engage with you. Also, to the creator of this Pallegney map, very well done. It's a great map. I've had a little look around it. We've got some flat areas, we have some very hilly areas, so a good mix of different types of field to farm on. There's a really cool viaduct that goes through the whole map that the train drives across. We'll probably take a ride on it at some point when we sell some of our crop or some of our produce at the railway station. But for now, we're almost at our field. And the big yellow golden colour field you see there, that's our new field. It's fairly large. And we're going to have enough space there to build out our farm. I'm planning on getting animals which take up a lot of space. Another mod I have is extended animal pastures. So that's probably going to take up a considerable amount of space once we build that. So let's see, where can I park this header trailer so I can attach the header? Here's what I'm going to do. Thankfully there's no collisions on these poles here, so I'm just going to park the trailer here, and then I can attach the header and start farming. Oh, I want to be doing that with my new harvester, do I? Myself into a bit of a spot here, I think. There we go, that should fix it. Okay, let's unfold the harvester. And let's hit the field. Go around the headland first of all to create ourselves a barrier to turn around in, and then we will go up and down in strips until the field's done. We're also going to need to get a baler to bale up the hay afterwards. We're going to need to obviously make as much money as we can, and the hay bales gotten from this field will go some way to contributing towards that. If there are any Clarkson's Farm watchers watching this video, Season 3 of Clarkson's Farm has just been released on Amazon Prime. I'm getting stuck into that when I'm not recording videos for YouTube. The reason I bring that up is because Clarkson's Farm was what got me into Farming Simulator. It's a game that I never thought I would want to play when I first saw it on Steam about 10 years ago. But after watching the first 2 seasons of Clarkson's Farm and gaining a profound respect and admiration for farmers because of the trials and tribulations they go through to put food on our table every day. And as a result, I decided to revisit Farming Simulator to see what it was all about. And so far, I'm having a ton of fun. I've learned the very basics of farming, although obviously the game isn't as detailed as farming in real life. And I'm going to continue playing and documenting my farming adventures for you to follow along, if you so wish. What's your connection with farming or Farming Simulator? Are you a player of the game? Do you just watch other people play? Or are you involved in farming in real life? Let me know in the comments below. Be interested to see how other people relate. Okay, enough waffling. Let's finish off this field. And I'll be back with you when we've got a full tank and we need to purchase a tractor and trailer to empty the harvest into. I think we're going to get probably, I would say, 3 to 4 full grain tanks out of this field. Okay, we are almost at 100% of a grain tank. There we go. Now full. Let's move our harvester out the way. We'll put our grain pipe out. And we'll switch off the engine. And let's take a look at a tractor and trailer. See what's in the discount store. I wish I'd spotted that before. Cheap New Holland harvester, and also a cheap tractor as well. That would have been a great start. Oh well, not to worry. Let's take a look at this tractor though. This might be something. It's a huge tractor, minimum of 396 horsepower, but it might be worth taking a look at it as it's very cheap. I think it's just a little too big for what we need for the flat fields, unfortunately. So let's go into our medium tractors and see what options we have. So be thinking about it, that large tractor, that will be very useful. It's essentially the same price as I will be paying for a medium tractor with a bit of an engine upgrade to handle the larger seeders that can handle precision farming. I think I might go with this. It's ideal. Let's see, we definitely won't need any more of an engine upgrade for now. We'll get some wheel weights, and we will get the sensor for precision farming for the crops. And yeah, I think that will do us for now. We don't really need the wider tires. What other options do they have? Wider tires and weights, and then the big twin wheels. Yeah, we'll get the standard with weights. I think that's a pretty good deal. So we're going to buy this for 197,000, and now we need to buy a trailer to go with it. So we go down to trailers here. I think I want a trailer that can handle a fair amount. Let's see what options we have. I know we have this one here, can handle up to 22.5. This one can handle up to 24.5. So what other options do we have? 19.6, 22 to 33.6. I think this Brantner might be an option. 22.5 to 34 here. I don't like this one, the 2XXL, because it has a dolly wheel, which proves difficult to maneuver when trying to park. So I'm going to skip out on that one. I think I'm going to go with this Brantner here. Let's take a look. Got a fairly big bin, and it is configured for the extension, which I will take because we have a fair amount of wheat in the current field. And we'll go with standard. What color options do we have? Green, black, orange, and red. Well, since our tractor's green, it makes sense to stick with the green one. So let's pick this up. And let's head over to our farm shop. And our new tractor, it's absolutely massive. Usually not what I would want at the start of a new game, but the deal was just too good to pass up. So we have a tractor that's going to last us plenty of time here. Let's attach our trailer to it, get back to the farm, and we will empty the harvester and continue harvesting the field. Okay, here we are back at our farm, and let's get this harvester emptied and we can continue on our way. That should work. Switch off the engine, switch the engine on this one, and we're emptying our first load into the trailer. Okay, let's fold in the pipe and we can continue harvesting our field. Okay, and we are almost done harvesting this field. A very decent first haul for our first harvest. 30,000 litres of wheat in the trailer that's on the tractor, and I think we're going to be up to about 6,000 here once we're done. Maybe not quite 6, maybe 5,000, 5,500. That's definitely going to go some way to sustaining the productions and the chickens in our farm for the first year or so. The next thing we're going to need to do is buy a baler and bale up this straw. So we'll just finish off this strip here and we will take a look at our options for balers. There's 5,676 litres of hay in this load. So not hay, it's straw. It's not straw. Straw's on the ground. It's wheat. There we go. Third time lucky. Okay, let's shut down the engine and let's take a look at our options for a baler. Let's see. Do I want something that's capable of wrapping bales, or do I not? Let's see what price options we have. 84,000 and 99,000, and then we get to the really expensive options up here. So 148, but it does very small square bales, very small round bales here. This isn't a wrapper, that's just a baler. That's just a baler. That's a wrapper as well, but it does small bales. It does 125, 150. I think this one is our best all-round option. It's it can do 125 to 180 centimeter unwrapped bales and 125 to 150 wrapped bales. It's 99,000. It's not cheap, but I think this might be a good option. Just take a look quickly at our discount. No, we don't have any balers in there. We do have that Manitou forklift though. That might be a good option for shifting stuff around our farm. It will save us buying a front loader for this massive tractor. I might pick that up. Let's see. Let's get our baler first. I'm going to go with the Pottinger or Pottinger. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce that. Yeah, let's go with this. So an option for the wheel brand. I'm okay with the standard wheel brand. One of the mods I've downloaded is NetWrap add-on. So we can have NetWrap or we can not have it. I'm going to choose it, and it just wraps the bales that aren't wrapped for silage. It just wraps them in net. And a foil color, let's go with blue. I think that's a good option. So 99,500. And now do I go with this forklift? I'll pick that up as well. So I realized when editing this video together that I actually selected no for the NetWrap add-on for the baler. So I brought it back to the farm and then remembered that I didn't buy any NetWrap. I bought some NetWrap, went back over to the farm shop, picked up the forklift and the NetWrap, got it all the way back to the farm, and the baler wouldn't accept it. So I spent about 5 minutes faffing around and figuring out why the option to pick up the NetWrap wasn't even in the control help, and I ended up just giving up, not realizing at the time that I had selected no for the NetWrap add-on. So I will go back and change the configuration at some point to include the NetWrap add-on, but for now I'll continue baling with the straw and I will be back with you when we're done. Okay, and we're almost done baling this field. This has been quite the baling job. So far we've gotten 12 bales and we're definitely going to be getting another one before the end of this row here. Once I've finished this row, the next job is to think about where I want my farmhouse and the initial buildings. I think it's going to be the end of the map that we're facing right now, down by the watermill here. And obviously I need to be able to access it, so I need to be mindful of the bricks because I do think they have collision points. So let's finish off this row here. Pick up this little straggly bit. I'm not going to worry. I'll get these two straggly bits as well, and then I'll leave it there. Okay. Move off to the side here. Just quickly, want to see, yeah, I did switch the engine off on all of those. Okay. So, let's see where I want to have the farmhouse. I can come down here. So the entrance to my farm could be here. Or the entrance of my farm could be here. I think I like it here at the corner of the field. So let's go into our build menu. And see what we can do here. Don't want to spend too much money on a farmhouse. We've only got 665,000 left. We could be super cheap and go with the just the sleeping mat. Just sleep right here in the corner of our field. That wouldn't really be doing ourselves any great service though, considering we work the land pretty hard. I think we can afford ourselves just a little more luxury than that. I do quite like this little farmhouse. Fairly cheap. Be suitable for us. Where should we place it? We'll place it over here. It doesn't need to be at the entrance to our farm. Over here in the corner, we build ourselves a little garden around it. And then we can build our farm buildings where those two bales are. Yeah, I think that's a good place to start. Okay, let's take a little look around our farm. Have our silo over here, our grain mill here, and then our bakery vehicle shed over there, and our storage shed here. It's looking pretty good so far. So, next job. Let's get some production going. We will unload this into our grain mill. Then while that's emptying, let's put away our baler. Getting a little too excited there. We'll head over and grab our trailer here. We'll empty some of this into the silo and some of it into the grain mill. $30,000 litres of wheat here. I think I'm going to dump about 15,000 into the grain mill, and I'll leave 15,000 in the silo for our chickens. That's probably a good ratio. Okay, so I'm going to enable the productions then. Go down here, and 35,000 litres of wheat there. So let's start the production. Weird, I just saw that got to 305,000. So what's happening there? I'm going to keep an eye on that. Okay, we're going to set it to distributing, and we'll come back and check on that next month. I think we're going to call it there for this month. We've set up our farm. I was starting to lose light, so I'm not going to do too much more today. And we will continue next month. I hope you've enjoyed this first episode of a new series. If you have, please do consider liking and subscribing to stay up to date with me as I continue building out our farm here in Pallegney. And thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Bye for now.